How's it going, everybody, and welcome to a bit of a random video. I was just practicing for Jay Glee's stream, and I was in ranked, and I came across these two guys, and I felt really good about these two matches, and I wanted to run through them and talk about my own mistakes and how I could adapt to them better, or some good reads that I made, or just points where I felt like I could talk about them and talk about my own gameplay. It's a little random. I'm not scripted, obviously. You can tell by the casual tone I'm taking in all of this. I definitely think it's important to be able to criticize your own gameplay before you can claim you can criticize other people's gameplay. So that's what I'll be doing here. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at how I play the game, and maybe you'll learn something from it. I don't know. Let's get into it. This feels a little strange. I've never actually done any sort of live commentary like this, but let's get into it. This guy starts off playing Supergirl right here, and I like to leave the button inputs on when I watch these matches back, because just look at this guy, man. Look at the way this guy's just mashing those buttons while he's taking hits. I'd get rid of the button inputs soon, but I just like to look at how they use the buttons when they're fighting, just to see the kind of players they are, and this guy clearly just mashes every single button on his controller. Anyways, that was just lucky for me right there. I had no idea he was about to throw that. I need to start paying attention to when people start to camp near interactables. Yeah, I'm just being respectful to the lasers, and I got hit by the teleport right there. It's a shame. I'm getting distracted by these button inputs, Jesus. But yeah, I'm just trying to avoid all the aerial projectiles he's trying to make with my slide, and here I get lucky and I get an opening. Going for the optimal stuff right here, 1-1 into forward 2-2. Now that was a beautiful setup that I did not intend at all. I might have to try that again sometime. He pressed down 2 after that because he was mashing and he got frozen. That was pretty good. And as you can see, I was waiting for that teleport because, as I talked about in the Supergirl guide, after they do the meter burn laser, they like to teleport for some reason, so I was waiting for that.
There is no other way.
Yeah, I didn't have any meter right there. Oh no, I did. Alright, he teleported last time. I tried to throw the clone, so I didn't do it this time. I'm just here trying to build meter. Being a little careful though, because he's been getting lucky with these teleports. I throw him near the stage, or the background bounce interactable, because down 1 combos into the background bounce on Sub-Zero. It's really helpful. Tried to catch him with a sweep right there to combo into the clone, but that didn't work out. And I'm having trouble with these forward 2-2 hit confirms, because he just decides when to block and when to not block randomly, and it's I can't really get a read on if the forward 2-2 is going to hit. I need to get better at hit confirming that. And he is just mashing down 3. I really am not dealing with that too well. I believe I dropped this combo right here. No, I don't. Okay. And he wakes up with a meterless back 3 for whatever reason. God knows why. And I got the set, or the game, that is. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I remember in game 2 right here, I kept getting really unlucky with these reads. He got everything right for him, and nothing went right for me. I'm sure you guys have had those sets where just nothing goes right for you at all. This is one of those. I don't know how back 1 high profiled my down 3. That was just bogus. And he's mashing buttons while he's doing the walking laser stance. It's just entertaining to look at. He does forward 2-3 on block twice right here, and I tried to make a read that he would do it again with the neutral jump. It didn't work out though. Nothing I seem to be doing is working. He's getting me with stray lasers all the time. I wish the slide had less recovery so you're able to block faster afterwards, but you're not, unfortunately. And the forward 3 was a little too far away from my jump 2 to connect. It feels bad, man. And I'm sure he's not actually aware that there's a gap after forward 2-2 right there. I'm sure he's just mashing down 3, but he gets me with it, so I need to be more careful with that. Tried to pop a clone right here, but he's just destroying it with his down 3. The down 3 goes past the clone, which just, again, really sucks for this matchup. Thought he was going to go do that again, which is why I went for the down 2, but it didn't work out. Now I'm just doing it for the memes right here, I guess. I was going for 2-2-3 just to see if he would be able to whiff punish me. He didn't, of course, because I don't think he knows what he's doing. It was just funny to look at. And he's not consistently interrupting my gaps after forward 2-2, so I keep doing it. And luckily for me, he's not aware that you can change the direction on his forward 3 right there, or else I would have gotten caught. I tried to go for the interactable right there, the background bounce. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it didn't work out for some reason. I thought I was close enough. And instant jump 3 takes the round, but you know, that's not. I mean, this match is practically over. What in the world? Oh. Well, that sucks. Alright. I mean, I ended up losing that set. Or that game, excuse me. This game I definitely play more patient, because the last game I just lost to stupid mistakes and took too many lasers to the face, pretty much, and those added up pretty quickly.
Begin.
Alright. Trying to make sure to check him after back 1, 2, 3 because it is -4, but a lot of times it almost seems like it's plus online the way they press buttons after it, and he just wakes up with Kryptonian Dash for another whatever reason, but I dropped the combo like an idiot. Now I'm starting to use forward 2-2 into the clone because that's good for stuffing counter pokes. Trying to maintain my spacing with down 3 right here. Down 3 is really good on Sub-Zero. It's just a little slow and has a lot of recovery. It's not punishable though. And I go again for forward 2-2 Ice Ball. It's not working out. I'm not getting any mileage out of that. See, I'm running out of meter right here. I wasn't able to convert off of that. I need to be more. I really need to start hit confirming forward 2-2. Like that's the #1 thing I need to work on as Sub-Zero. And that was just humorous. He teleported into my clone. That's happened 1 or 2 times, and I've faced Supergirls online. They just can't resist that teleport button. Oh, now he's being careful, and he goes for teleport. Easy reaction right there. I didn't go for optimal that time. I think I just figured out the optimal combo after forward 3 just last night, so a little out of practice with it. I feel kind of ashamed to learn that there was something a little more optimal. And he's just mashing down 3, so I try and armor out, but I have no idea why I whiffed so bad on that jump 3. Just trying to tease it with the clone a little bit and bait out his mistakes clearly because he's just killing himself at this point. And I wasn't watching my meter right here, and I tried to do another meter burn forward 3. That's just a stupid mistake on my part. And he just doesn't know what he's doing. He forward 3s himself to death. You could have clashed that too. All three of the hits, forward 2-2 and the Ice Ball, you can clash. Alright, so the set's now 2-1 in my favor. Let's say you milk a few games out of a good online Supergirl, if you know what I mean. The guy ends up switching to Harley right here. I'm not sure why. He was getting decent mileage out of Supergirl just because it's Supergirl and I'm Sub-Zero, so you know how that matchup usually goes. He switches to Harley though, thinking he's confident with it, and I'm thinking, great, I hate Harley Quinn. I don't know very much about her, and I get 50-50 a lot by her. But he doesn't know what he's doing on Harley, so I was lucky. Got lucky this time. Yeah, at that point I remembered that Harley Quinn existed and she had good setups with those dogs, so I start respecting her a little more. I think he's trying to figure out his inputs or something for the guns, and he does that, and look at that. How was I not able to punish that? That is just ridiculous. Some of the punishes in this game just confuse me on how tight they are. Like Robin's Assassin Striker, clearly that cartwheel into the Tantrum Stance 1. Yeah, he's been backdashing on Wake Up a lot, so I just stopped throwing at the clone after I knocked him down. And he just keeps pushing buttons after, I believe that's her 2 button in her stance. He keeps pressing buttons after that, because I'm not getting a punish, I'm getting a counter. So, clearly needs to rework his Harley. And easy punish on the Cupcake. That would have been some pretty sexy optimal, but he clashed it. I believe he has all the meter right here, and I have practically none. I had none, yeah. And he blows it on EX Gunshot. Yeah, don't throw too many mindless projectiles against Sub-Zero, because Meter Burn Ice Ball is a force to be reckoned with as its owner. I didn't get a good punish. I didn't really get a good follow-up out of that though, because there's not a whole lot I could have done. I could have done jump 2 into 1-1-1, but I instead went with forward 2-2 like an idiot. And did really good counter poke right there. I got kind of lucky that he was just mashing buttons after that. Not plus, but, you know, not very minus, so I'm able to push buttons after that if he's not ready for it. And he keeps pushing buttons after his tantrum stance right there. And then finally I get lucky and he wakes up at tantrum stance as the match gets a little closer. You want to sort of wait for them to do, like, this x-ray right here. You want to wait for them to do risky crap like that, especially the online ones. You know what I mean by online, the ones that really don't know what they're doing. You want to wait till the end for when they start to do risky crap and you start to bait that out, like I did with my clone right there. And no, there was no way I was going to forget that Harley's super is a low. I've seen so many people fall for that. And yeah, I ended up taking this set from this guy. He probably could have gotten a lot more mileage out of his super girl, but he switched to Harley in the end. So it's a good, it's a win for us. I'll take it. So I'm sure some of you knew already that I play as Sub-Zero, but I'm sure very few of you actually knew that I've been trying out Black Canary, and I'm thinking about dropping her, honestly. I hate her neutral game, and I really can't play a character with great neutral, which makes me wonder why I even thought of picking up Black Canary in the first place. But my Black Canary gameplay in this set is not very pristine, which is why I end up switching to Sub-Zero later, but I'll talk about this one too. So yeah, I'm aware of her forward 2 and her back 2 in the neutral, and I've been trying to use that throughout this set, but against Blue Beetle, who's constantly flying, it's really, really difficult. And he's doing the amateur mix-ups forward 2 into down forward 1 on Blue Beetle. I think that's forward 2 at least, his overhead. Which makes me wish I had crap like that as Sub-Zero, because Blue Beetle arguably better controls space better than Sub-Zero does, and he gets overhead starters, but, you know, I get a good combo off of there, but the only thing I know really about Canary that I'm familiar with is her combos. Like, other than that, like her setups and her neutral, I'm just not familiar with throughout this set. And he hasn't punished the flying split kick thing that she does so far, so I just keep doing it and chip him out with it. I tried to down 2 right there, but he was just way too high in the air. There we go, I got that time. Good old 3-3 air-to-air conversion. Ended up finishing that combo, which I was surprised about. And he just keeps trying his float shenanigans, and I really can't contest this kind of neutral as Canary. Having a hard time, at least. It might be because of my lack of experience in the character, but I really feel like she would struggle in this matchup. Because Power Blades put in the work as Blue Beetle. Yeah, I thought I'd be a little cheeky and catch a jump in with that meter burn forward 3. It didn't really work out too much, though. I'm never able to get in on him in mix is my thing. I need to work on my air-to-air conversions if that's the problem with Black Canary, but I'm probably going to end up dropping her anyways. I might try out Captain Cold or Red Hood after this, so I'll probably put some gameplay up for that too. But yeah, he just keeps getting me with the good old secret sweep. I got lucky with the level 3 trait right there, and he just wakes up. This guy's another one of those typical ranked match guys who wakes up every single time, so you'll see that quite often until I teach him not to when I'm playing Sub-Zero. And another thing, I don't understand the Blue Beetle's capabilities. Like, Blue Beetle is one of those characters that I don't know a whole lot about, along with, like, Harley Quinn and Cyborg. So he gets me with a lot of his gimmicky setups, which I'm sure are gimmicks. There are probably ways around it, but I just haven't labbed it. So he gets me with a lot of those, even when I'm playing a Sub-Zero and later in the set. But yeah, I keep eating his projectiles. I really am not sure. That parry was a complete input error. I'm not a scrub. That was not intentional. And he's just going to chip me out with these. I was waiting for him to go for the dinosaur, but the dinosaur head up there. But he's probably an acrobat character, so that would have been a stupid assumption that he was going to do. Anyways, so at this point I'm just like, screw Black Canary and her stumpy neutral. I'm going to switch to Sub-Zero and get this guy out of my way so I can move on to higher level people.
Begin.
And you can see that we're both mashing our good old round starting buttons. I'm mashing 4 and he's mashing 3, and he's just, look at that wake up input that he's doing, man. What is he doing? I don't know why ugh. Playing against people like this just upsets me sometimes. Look at his mashing his wake up input. But yeah, no, that kind of crap isn't going to work against me as Sub-Zero, where he's flying around and stuff. I heard, though, that Sub-Zero doesn't reliably anti-air Blue Beetle when he's going for his actual like float cancels and stuff, but this guy doesn't know what he's doing, so I'm able to down to him. And, you know, I knew the wake-up was coming, so I predicted it with the clone. Oh, and he stopped waking up there. Shocker. And down 2 into forward 2-2 is the easiest conversion on the planet, really. Like, that forward 2 has such an active hitbox that you pretty much can't screw up that conversion, so at least I have that much going for me. Clone in the corner is really unreliable unless you're given space, so that was just not going to work on my part. Yeah, he's just mixing the crap out of me in the corner. Sub-Zero has terrible air-to-airs as well, and I'm just not able to contest with him in the air unless I can make a read on his air dash, which I do eventually, but it's not working out for me. And I really need to be respecting Blue Beetle's neutral a little more. I get caught by the overhead right there just because I haven't faced this character in quite a while. Thought he was going to jump in on me, but he floated. Let's see if I can get my Vortex going right here. And I whiffed the first one, but the second one hits, which I'm lucky about. He shouldn't have pressed buttons. He could have punished me for that too. Hitting the Vortex on smaller body characters is something I need to practice with as well, because on big bodies it's easy, but on smaller bodies you need to be a little more precise with your timing, and Blue Beetle is a small body character. I didn't go for optimal again just because I'm in the zone and I'm forgetting that I actually have a more optimal combo than forward 3 into jump 2 into forward 2-2. And he's just mashing his little blaster there, so I show him that Sub-Zero's Meter Burn Ice Blast can contest with that pretty efficiently. So we take this game right here. So now we're going to move on to the next game. I think this guy starts to pick up on the fact that I really don't know much about Blue Beetle's mix-ups or his capabilities. So he starts taking advantage of that, especially in the corner. You'll see what happens here. I believe it's this game.
Begin.
So of course, you know, he goes into float. He actually does a decent cancel right there, but he mashes again, and the invincibility frames got him through the clone. And I was cursing pretty loud at that point, just because I hate when that crap happens. Clone is so finicky with its spacing and Injustice 2. You can't really use it as much of a parry like you could in MKX. And that is actually a cross-up. That jump 3 into float cancel into the dash into jump 3, that's a cross-up, and I didn't pick up on that until later in the set when I rewatched it. I kept wondering how I was getting hit by that. And he's just mashing buttons at this point. He's not really picking up any conversions, which I'm lucky about. And I don't know what I was thinking waking up Clone right here. I thought he would back off. And he goes for the teabag because he's getting lucky with these little hits. So I teach him a lesson. And good old Sub-Zero mix-ups. I knew he was going to wake up because we're playing online. Good old mid-screen mix-up. I hit it on him this time, but he backdashes. And he's just... I wonder if he was just going for jokes at that point. He was just flying around. So I go for the teabag again because he's not going to take out the health bar after teabagging me. Yep. I was really lucky right there that my down 2 outranged his down 3 momentarily. His down 3 is extremely good. Blue Beetle has one of the best down 3s in the game. But yeah, now the life bars are even. Let's see how he does right here. And again, Sub-Zero's air-to-airs are just god-awful. I really wish they would give him a better air-to-air. Jump 1 is not even that great as an air-to-air. But yeah, he's getting me with the typical forward 2 into the down forward 1 mix-ups again, and I'm not even realizing what's going on. And even in the air, Clone will fizzle out if it's within the same y-axis of their hitbox. So it's useless as an air-to-air unless I want to predict the float, which I do eventually, which is pretty hype. I go for the optimal again right there because I'm actually using my brain this time. And I predicted the air dash right there. I must have dropped the command grab or something. I don't know what I was doing. I probably got a bad input.
You should study with a Lin Kuei.
And I don't normally clash unless I really want to win the set. And I wanted to beat this guy pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. So I clashed, and I decided to take the game a little seriously. I normally just use these ranked sets as like practice for characters like Black Canary. But when I want to win, I'll bust out Sub-Zero and I'll start clashing and stuff. I'll take it seriously. And I think he caught on to it one more time. I like to go for Clone into the slide because it'll, knock them backwards into the Clone. I do that quite a bit when I'm playing against people that I think I can easily beat that I don't really know what they're doing until they start picking up on it. But yeah, he does another float cancel, one too many, and I get him with the unclashable. He definitely should have clashed earlier. So yeah, that's another set for us. Alright, going into game 4 right here. It's currently... No, excuse me, this is game 3. It is currently 2-0 in my favor. So I do a jump back. I think he's going to go for an air dash, and I was going to catch him mid-air, but it didn't work out. I just barely whiffed that down too. I need to get better about that. Oh, and he finally punished my slide right there. And if you'll notice... I can't really skip back on this, but if you notice, he just mashes. I think he presses 1 about 8 times and then cancels into down forward 1, which would never work if I tried to do that, which makes me wish that there would be a system in the game that prevents people from getting cancels like that after they mash buttons. Just, ugh. Anyways, he does a restand on me, and I forget that one of Blue Beetle's throw setups is doing the restand into the throw, and he just mixes the crap out of me in the corner just because of my own forgetfulness of Blue Beetle's capabilities. I'm just completely unfamiliar with this. But yeah, that's my own fault. I need to be more familiar with the matchup. And he could have converted that jump too, and I don't know why he went for the dash. Probably mashing buttons again. And my down 2 gets beat out by his jump 2 yet again, and he is just working me right now. He at least made the good read that I was going to wake up slide. I don't know why I did that. Wake up slide, I'm probably just out of habit. And I get lucky with the forward 3, catching him, just barely evading my clone with the float. And I get the vortex going on him. I crossed up that time. And we managed to take him to the corner and kill him. There's already a really low life deficit. I don't really think I'm going to be making it very far. But I did a pretty cheeky little slide conversion right there. The way I like to use the slide to get him into the clone to combo off of it is I like to use it as an anti-air. Like after the peak of a jump, if you do the slide, it'll function as an anti-air. It has pretty nice hit priority, so you're not likely to get hit by a jump in. I'm talking too much and the game's almost over. Yeah, he's just hitting me with a bunch of stray hits because I'm pressing buttons where I should be pressing buttons. I'm forgetting what hits high, what hits low on Blue Beetle. But we definitely don't make it free, our last pixel right here. And I don't know what happened right there. I probably got the wrong button. And he's too busy waking up every single time. If I had meter, this game would have been pretty close. But I wasted it. And he gets lucky with the jump 2 again. So that set goes to that guy, or that game goes to that guy. Good stuff on his part, catching me off guard. So this will be the final game for the video. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I actually really enjoyed doing this live commentary thing. I'll probably do it again in the future. But let's see how this video is going to end right here. Alright, I tried to make another read on his jump in, didn't work out too well, but I still got the air-to-air conversion. I don't know why he's mashing buttons so hard while I'm comboing him. It's not like it's doing anything. But yeah, we got the meter burn command grab conversion. I jump over his wake up, thinking I could punish it, but I need to start doing a neutral jump and not a forward jump to punish the wake up. He's got decent reactions. Like, he really hasn't been caught sleeping on my forward 3s. I should probably start running up and throwing him to catch him off guard. But no, this man, he's not doing poor. He's just, you know, you can tell he doesn't really understand a whole lot of the fundamentals of the game. And that would have been pretty cool if I actually made his body land into the clone. But I was too busy with the brain dead. Oh, I have to forward 2-2 off of this down 2 conversion, and that was just completely sexy. I've never done anything cooler than that in my entire life, which is pretty sad, but that was just cool. Good old 1-2-3 into the command grab into the corner, and this set is looking pretty over for him. He manages to barely outlast my clone. Slide out of the corner. He's jumping way too much. That's something you don't want to do against Sub-Zero in the corner, is jump at the wrong time, because he can just slip right out of the corner. And Blue Beetles love their down 3s, so I start to make this one unclashable. And he's waking up again. I missed the second meter burn forward 3 link. And we had the same idea with the armor. He's just doing the same button again and again. I have to be really careful about how I space out my slides. I need to work on that as well, because sometimes, see, we took the set. We got lucky with the, caught him with the clone when he floated in. So yeah, those were my ranked matches, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick conclusion before this video ends right here, so don't go just yet. This match in the background is just filler. This is not really an actual ranked match. I don't know what... This guy just decided to quit on me when I was doing a ranked match earlier, but that's not important. Just to conclude the video, I actually really enjoyed doing this little live commentary thing. I'll probably do it in the future. Again, this is all just in practice for Jay Gleese's subscriber spotlight, so if you missed that last night, go ahead and... Go ahead and head over to his page and take a look at it, because I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope to do something like that again sometime. He's a really nice guy, and he's been promoting my channel, and he's been helping me out. So I'm hoping that I'm able to get the sort of recognition that I'm looking for. Maybe I'll be able to blow up, and I'll be able to do this sort of as a full-time thing. That would be great, but somebody can dream on, right? Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys learned something from watching me go over my own gameplay right here. That's what I was going for. I was just looking to criticize myself just to see if you guys are making the same mistakes, or you were kind of confused. You got kind of confused as to how Sub-Zero worked in a match or whatever. Maybe I was able to help with that, and that's what I was going for. So if I helped you, clear up some of your own mistakes, or learned how Sub-Zero worked in some way or another, then I've done my job. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. The next time you hear from me, I'll probably be a monotone explainy guy again, running through my script. This is just how I naturally sound when I talk about things. So that felt good to, you know, give some banter with no filter out when I was doing these matches. So I'll probably do this again sometime. Oh, gotta do my clever outro. Remember, guys, there is no knowledge that is not power. And I'll see you next time when I'll be breaking down Superman.